Hello everyone. Today's lesson is lesson 67, writing tenths and hundredths as decimal numbers. Okay. So a common fraction with a denominator of 10 can be written as a decimal number with one decimal place. Okay, so for example, 1/10 can be written as 0.1. A common fraction that ends in 100th can be also written as a decimal. And this would be 0.01 because it's 1 and it has to be in the hundredths place. We'll get more into that. So here it says write 3/10 as a common fraction and then write it as a decimal. So I know 3/10 is written like this. Okay. Now, with my decimal, the number in the numerator becomes the number in my decimal point, okay? And the denominator tells me the place value. So if I have 0. The first place value is tenths. So since I have 3/10, the 3 just goes into the tenth spot. So 3/10 is the same as 0.3. This next one says a portion of this square is shaded. Name the shaded portion as a fraction and then as a decimal number. So this is divided into 10 parts, and I have 4 pieces shaded. So I know that the fraction would be 4/10. Okay. Now as a decimal, remember, the numerator goes into the tenths place value. And the tenths place value happens to be the first place value after the decimal. So 4/10 is the same as 0.4. Okay, so this problem says name the number of shaded circles as a mixed number and as a decimal number. So I have one whole circle and then 1/10 of a circle shaded. So my fraction would be 1 and 1/10. My decimal number, I write the whole number as the same and then add my decimal point. And then the numerator goes into the tenth spot. So this number is 1.1 or 1 and 1/10. Now, remember I said that a common fraction with a denominator of 100 can be written as 0.01 because the 1 goes into the hundredths place. Okay, so if I had something like 300ths, that would equal 0.03 because the 3 has to go in the hundredths place value. I could also have 30 over 100. Okay, so the number 30 has to be written down as 30. Okay, so the 0 goes into the hundredths place, and the 3 goes in the tenths place. Okay, because I still have to have the number 30 with it ending in the hundredths place. Okay, if I have 97 over 100, that equals 97 hundredths because the last place value tells you the denominator. So 97 hundredths. Okay. All right. So this is write 12 hundredths as a common fraction and as a decimal number. So 12 hundredths would look like this. Then a common fraction with a denominator of 100 can be written as a decimal number with 2 place values after it. Okay, or 2 digits after the decimal. So I write the number 12 in those places. 12. Okay. All right, this says write 4 300ths as a decimal number. So the 4 is a whole number, so I just write that as a 4. And then I put my decimal, and I'm going to write 300ths. So remember, hundredths has 2 place values. So since I just have the number 3, I have to put a 0 and a 3. Because if I put a 3 and a 0, that would be 30 hundredths. But I just want 3 hundredths. Okay? All right, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.